notice that this concert is not just about music, but it's also about art. Andy and I decided to collaborate together because for me, that's, as an artist, as a visual artist, I love to work with artists of other disciplines. And so when this concert was coming up, Andy and I got together a few times and discussed the music that she was doing. I listened to it, I can hum it, she can sing it, and you wouldn't really want me to hum it either, but it's a wonderful sense of inspiration that you get from working with another artist. And so I was going to just give a little explanation of the art that was done for this concert. We're going to start with this one here, which is actually called Wild Dancing. And it's really not about this concert, but this is a collaboration that I did with my daughter, who's a modern ballet dancer. Very interested in the early works of Balanchine and the Ballet Russe. And so it's a collaboration of working with her and her ideas about what early modern ballet is about. It's all hand-pieced and it's hand-quilted. I really wanted it to come off the wall. In my quilting, I keep getting the pattern fatter and fatter, and then I finally decided, well, why don't you just wire it, and then it will really come out into the space. And so that's what this one is about. These two are about the concert itself. This is the first half that Andrea just sang, and that's the second half. And basically, she wanted to do symmetry in this concert. So each one is bookended by a Handel aria. In this case, we're going to start at the end of the piece. This was the Daphne, the story of Apollo and Daphne, Apollo falling in love with Daphne, she not wanting to be involved with him and asked her father to turn her into a laurel tree. And that's what was going on there with Andrea. And then this is what I was doing here. I picked green for the laurel tree, the sort of the stitching, if you can see it, I know it's kind of far back, but there's a chase between them, and just her going off into being the laurel tree. I wanted to contrast, it's also sort of a sad, slower song. The beginning ones are fast, and so I picked the complementary color, the red, again using some of the wire to bring that out. The grays are the two instrumental works that went here. Then coming into the three songs that she did. Serenity was the first one that she sang. Picked a very horizontal. She told me the music is horizontal. Okay, good. So I picked a horizontal pattern to do that. The middle one is Sharon's aria. That story is about an itinerant woman preacher and her sort of her downfall. But the song that she sang was when she's coming out and meeting the tent revival, and all getting into the spirit of things. I did it in white, of course, she wore white, and it comes all the way up, these things touching, she talked about he touches me, and then coming up to the straight and narrow way here at the very top. This song is my favorite, I think, of the whole concert, the In the Morning. It goes, in the morning, in the morning, in the morning, give me Jesus, give me Jesus, give me Jesus. You can have the world, give me Jesus. And that's what the stitching goes along with that song. Here's the other instrumental, and I told you about Daphne there. The second half is bookended by two arias from the same opera, Julius Caesar in Egypt. The Julius Caesar, the Cleopatra song that I know is the Shakespeare one, where she ends up killing herself with a snake. But in this one, this is a happy one. She ends up getting together with Julius Caesar. But the beginning aria is when she thinks everything has failed. They've said that he's killed himself, his army is done with, and so I picked this very darkish colorless material. The ending one that she's going to sing is when she finds out that he's alive and he's coming and it's all happy. Both of the same material, but this is the much more bright, vibrant colors. We have again the two instrumental ones represented by the gray. This little one is angels are the highest form of virtue. This is also, and I'll explain that one later. In the middle is going to be migratory bee. I picked the bee, it's the birds migratory, you know, going on their migratory travels. This one is called Waiting. The song is about waiting for the light. Very much like the in the morning type of song. That one was an equal spiritual. This one sort of is the same way. I picked the gray material with the light shining through for that one. The one that I did here of the birds, or the angels are the highest form of virtue. This was the song that Andrea lit up the most when she was talking about it, so I decided I would do that one. And the words talk about the virtue of angels, how strong heroes are, talks about martyrs. And then it goes into the birds. They're teeny weeny. I love the birds. They're teeny weeny. I think that's the last words of it. The birds. I love the birds. They're teeny weeny. And so I picked all these little teeny weeny birds for her. I did this. You've got the angels on the side. The angels means here.